So, good morning, students. So, today let us understand the usage of tables in the Bootstrap. So, before going to the usage of Bootstrap with respect to the tables, understand the basic tags that are used in the table tag. So, we have a table where you can put all the elements or values of the cells in the table. You have a T head tag, which is the element to display the rows in the table. Then you have a body, or that is called as T body, where you can put the table rows within the body of the table. Then your TR, that is for table row. Okay, so where you can have a number of rows by using this specific tag. Then you have TD, that is table definition, okay, where you can give a value for the each cell in the table. Then we have TH, which stand for table heading. Then we have captions to display the outer line of the table. So all the tags which are being used in HTML, those tags can also be used in the Bootstrap. Let us look at the simple example. We have HTML title and link tags. Okay, so you have script to script tags, that is jQuery and this thing. So these are options in fact for this program. So you have a caption, that is the outer uh, a text for the table, basic table layout. Then you have a table heading. Under table heading, you have a two heading, that is semester and code. So which is being placed in opening of TR and closing of TR. This is called as this closing of table head. So I'm creating the table definitions for the table heading which is being defined. So table headings are semester and code. So for semester, in the first row I have one and code is set T1. Similarly, in the second row, I have semester as 2 and the code as T2. So I have two rows created which has values 1 T1, 2 T2 respectively. Close the body tag, close the table tag, close body and main. You can see the output here. Basic table layout is a caption. Semester and code is table headings. 1 T1 and 2 T2 are values in the cell for the heading which is defined. This is a simple demonstration of usage of table in Bootstrap. Next we'll go to what is called as table stripped. Okay, so the table stripped will displays the values in alternate rows of dark and light. Here I have created three rows with a heading called as name, city, and the pin code. So in the first row, I have Tanmay Bangalore 56001. Then I have Sachin Mumbai 40003, and I have Uma say Pune and 411027. So heading, I've got three values, and for those three headings, I have three rows. Three rows contains the values for each heading. So their name, city, and pin code are headings. So when this program is being displayed as an output, you can see the first row will be displayed in a dark color, second row will be displayed in a light color, and again third row will be displayed in the light color, fourth row will be displayed in the light color. So it will be something like this. Since I have not taken the proper output, so it will be so this will be a dark. This is the first row, and again if you take the second row, so it will be something like this, which is very light. the output will be something like this when it is being executed in this program. Instead of blue here, so it will be dark. Okay, so if you are displaying the rows in the alternate of dark and the light, so we call that table as a stripper table, which is a built-in class. And this program can be executed on the different devices. Here I am just showing the output in the mobile version. So you can create a number of rows like this, and you can see how the output uh, displays differing when you are executing in different devices. Next, we'll have something called as contextual classes. Okay, so these classes are used to define certain purposes in the tables. That means each row I want to identify or display that this specific row is used for this specific purposes. For example, I want to display certain row is active, certain row it is success, certain row say warning, certain row as a danger. Okay, so in the application, if we want to have a uniform definition of the colors, then depending upon the type of context that we are using in the web application, so this specific classes can be used. Okay, so in my web applications, I want to display something uh, very active. Suppose, say for example, I have some 10 users. Out of 10 users, say some 6 users will come to online. So I want to showcase that uh, 6 users are active and remaining 4 users are not active. So I want to differentiate between active and non-active users. So I can use what is called as active. So that is one thing. Second thing is, suppose say if 10 students are there and 8 students have submitted the assignments and 2 students have not submitted assignments. So I want to display those 8 students as success. Okay, so I can display that in different colors. So now out of 8 students, I want to give a warning that 2 students have not given the assignment, so that I can display in some color by using a warning class. Similarly, I can display that something is in danger, something is not acceptable, so I can display it in a red color. Okay, so uh, these are the different purposes for which this contextual classes are used. Here you can see table classes table. Okay, then you have a caption table level and have a heading which has product, payment date, and status. So these are the 3 headings that I have. For each of these 3 headings, I have 4 rows. So each row represents one purpose. So the first purpose will be active, second will be success, third will be warning, and fourth will be danger. So each of this will be a rows. Okay, so active row, you have success row, you have warning row, and you have a danger row. Okay, so and I have got the values for each of these headings. Say here in this case, for active, the class is active, which is a contextual class. Product is a product one, then payment date is a 2013, and status is a pending. Okay, so this is a value which I'm going to give for headings under active class. You can see the output that it is displayed in some color. Similarly, I have a class called success and I have a values for the heading. Suppose the status is delivered. So it is displaying in green color. So success is being displayed in the green color. Similarly, we have a warning. Okay, so I have a product 3 which will be displayed in a light yellow color. Light yellow color. I have a danger which is a product 4. So it will be displayed in some pink or red color. Okay, so in this way, to show the different purposes in the web page, so we can use the concept of contextual classes. So these colors are fixed, so it is not possible to change the colors. It is built in. Next, we will see here. In fact, you can also see this. You have a gray color for pending and green color for delivered. Suppose, say for example, here pending you have gray color, delivered is white color. Again, pending you have gray color, again declined you have white color. So that the backgrounds are gray and white alternatively. So this can also be considered as an example for the table stripped class. Next, we will go to the border class. See, in these things, you don't see a typical borders. Okay, so if I want to have a border, uh, so something like this, okay, where I want to place a border like this, where I have first name, last name as table headings. Okay, then you have a value. So you have one row, that is first row. You have second row as Mary and third row as July. Okay, for to represent the table, you for borders. Okay, uh, we use what is called as dot table hyphen border class, which adds borders to all sides of the tables and the sets. So the table border class lets you to add the border for each cell in the table. So what you have to do here is just replace the table stripper class with table hyphen border. As I said, under table headings, we have first name, last name, and emails. And correspondingly, we have the rows. So when you want to create a heading, okay, so we use the table heading. When you want to give a value for the cells, we use TD, which will be placed in TR. Okay, TR is table row. This is an example for border class. Now, the next example, I want to make my table heading in the some shaded color. A background should be some shaded. So I use a class called as table height hyphen dark. Okay, so I will use what is called as table height hyphen dark. So this dot head hyphen dark class will add a black background to the table headers. Okay, you can see the output t head hyphen dark, which is applicable to first name, last name, and email. So I'm closing the table heading here. So that means this specific class properties are made applicable only to this first name, last name, and email. So you can see you can have a black shading here. Okay. The table heading dark is one concept. Okay. So if you want, you can have this table stripped also here. Okay. So this is being displayed in the dark. If you just replace T8-dark with T8-light, instead of this black color, you can see it is a light color. Okay, so this will be an output. So T8-dark will be this, T8-light will be this. Okay, which adds some gray background color to the table for heading. Now, many times it so happens that I want to put some 10 or 15 headings in a table, and that cannot be accommodated in a web page. Okay, it is not possible to showcase all the table headings at a time. And if you put some 15 or 20 headings, it will go outside of the web page. Okay, so in order to overcome this, there is what is called as a responsive class. Okay, so here you can create a table with say some 10 headings. Okay, with a table hyphen responsive. Okay, and you can make table as say border also. It is possible to integrate different types of table classes within one table. Okay, so now look at the example here. I have a table headings 1 2 3 4 5 6. I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So I have 8 table headings. Okay, so I have created 8 table headings and I have created one row which has a value say 1 by 35 New York, USA, female, SS, etc. Some heading has been given. Okay, now if you use responsive tables, you can see a horizontal scroll bar at the bottom of the table. So that means it is possible to move this scroll bar to the extreme right to see the view of other heading columns. If you move to the left, you can see this. Here I have got another heading, the 3, heading 4 like that. Okay, so if you scroll the horizontal scroll bar, so I can see that value. That means see now this can fit in this specific page. Okay, so the table responsive class creates a responsive table which will scroll horizontally on screens that are less than 92 pixels wide if needed. That means again, if you are putting this on different devices, the display will be something different, but still you can use this in all kinds of devices with different resolutions. Okay, so that is what it is. Okay, so as far as possible, try to fit in the respective web page of different devices. Okay, now, so what we have learned today is how do we use the tables in the Bootstrap, what is a stripper table, how do we use the bordered table using Bootstrap, what does the responsive table means and its illustration, and what is contextual classes and the illustrations of the same. And we have active, warning, success, and danger. These are the 4 contextual classes. So this is all about the concept of using the tables in the Bootstrap. So the takeaway from this is the questions will be like this. Write a Bootstrap program to demonstrate the contextual classes in the table. Question number 2. Illustrate the usage of the bordered table, stripped table, and the responsive table. These are the 2 questions that you should know about the table. If you have any doubts, please revert back to me.